tricky. You gotta do everything.
You know, you get in here.
EV bikes.
Jerome, can you hear me?
No.
It's supposed to be on?
You need to push this button, correct?
It is. Well, when Jerome.
That we cannot do for London. We'll do
No,
for next
but
year.
next year you make belts with the sensor.
With a Bosch sensor.
Yeah, whatever. So as soon as it's in, you know,
the thing is a light pump.
You got headsets?
I mean, one of our dreams was to exist, which, you know, we made it so far. And really our dream was to end the season in London. But it wasn't easy. We had, since the beginning, the support of the Mayor Boris Johnson. We had the support of all his team. But even with all that, it wasn't easy to find a location where to organize this kind of race. There is a lot involved in organizing a safe motorsport race. We are regulated by the FIA and the motorsport, the MSA here in the UK. Their safety standards are extremely high. And to combine that with somewhere where we would not cause major disruption in a city like London, where if you close, Hyde Park Corner for an hour, the traffic jam extends, like I don't know how to call it, like a virus, like immediately everywhere. We needed to find somewhere that would, have all those conditions, and we did find it, because whoever designed this beautiful park a couple of centuries ago did it with a racetrack inside. We're very thankful for that, because we had to do really very minor modifications to these roads to make it, like Lucas Di Grassi was saying, and I think Jerome will explain later, a fascinating racetrack, a fascinating place to look really good motorsport. But obviously we could not be here if we were not electric. The reason why we can race in the city centers is because we race with electric cars, with this new technology that we think is the future. And mayors and authorities all around the world are trying to promote clean mobility. And that's exactly what Formula E is trying to promote. And we think our goals and the goals of the Mayor of London and the authorities, Wandsworth Council, which has been incredibly helpful in making this happen, are the same. To make our cities cleaner, to have more electric cars. Of course, our goal is that every car in the world is electric. We will see how many years it takes, but this will happen. And Formula E wants to make a contribution, bigger or smaller, but we want to make a contribution to that goal in terms of technology and in terms of changing the perception.
I'm very happy to be here with you today. I discovered the track this morning, and I already hold my breath for a couple corners. It's going to be very exciting. Thinking about turn 1, we're going to have the occasion to go around the track, and I'm going to show you all that. But it's like Alejandro says, it's very exciting for us to be able to race in places like this. I think it's thanks to Formula E, and no one would ever have thought of racing in these places. Like Lucas says, it's a mix of futuristic technology, something that can be sustainable and that we're very happy to be part of something that makes sense for everyone involved in the sport, and so for us. But at the same time, the cars are fun to drive. Very difficult, probably the most challenging cars I've ever driven, because of all the technology, the recovery, and the systems that you get to manage within the car alone. You don't have so much help from the engineers. There's a lot of stuff you just get to figure out on your own, and that's a real challenge. So I look forward to just go around the track, show you what we do, where we do it, and what we're gonna see in Battersea at the race. You don't want to touch when you're going to be changing side to side. That's going to be the limit, simply because you've got a lot of these cambers in braking zones, and so you don't want, when you brake, to just skid on the plank, and so basically your tires have got no contact to the ground and you're going to go straight in the wall. As you can see, it's pretty open. You're going to exit pretty much on the left, and it's fine. Normally, if you would have a standard track, you could tend to be exiting the corner more in the middle to make sure you're fast in the left-hander. It's very impressive. Different corners, high speed, low speed. The first corner is got to be one of the most impressive corners of the season. But then, of course, the surroundings is pretty. You're racing cars in the park. It's it's something. It's great messages there, and yeah, we're gonna all love it.
Okay. Tom coming in. Just feeling some gaps with gentleman there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Everyone, let's camera please.
Really, we're in the heart of the city, the heart of London, but at the same time we don't disrupt. We are in a place where there is a natural racetrack already in place. So this was the conclusion, and we're very happy to be in Battersea.